Good evening everyone and welcome to Gundam News. And let's start with the shortest headline that we've had in quite a while. Hathaway's Flash Part 2 has been confirmed to be in production by Shochiku as part of their 2025-26 lineup. And well, that is all that we know so far, so I'm definitely expecting it to be more of a 2026 release than a 2025 release, and to be honest, even more of a late 26 release. And our second headline then is also about a movie, GQuuuuuuX Beginning. The movie continues to be an audience favorite, and it actually managed to gross more in its second weekend than its first weekend, which then all combines in a total of 856,000 people having seen the movie and a box office revenue of 1,532,760,000 yen, which is just under 10 million US for the first 10 days. So GQuuuuuuX really is off to a flying start here. And to celebrate this, they are releasing some new merchandise on the 31st. There's a Machu or Pomeranian themed handkerchief for 1,210 yen, 8 US, a neon keychain for 1,320 yen, 9 US, and a Haro, Conti, or Lieutenant keychain for 1,760 yen, 11 US. And to further promote the series, it's been confirmed that the titular GQuuuuuuX will be turned into a snow sculpture at the 2025 Sapporo Snow Festival alongside the legendary RX-78-2. Compared to last year, the sculptures will be bigger, and there's also some limited edition merchandise available. There's Yoitomake, which is a specialty pastry from Hokkaido, which now has Amuro and the RX-78-2 on the cover, a triple pack of Co-Up Guarana, which is a very famous drink in Hokkaido, and now has bottles with the RX-78-2, the Jim, and the Zagok on them. There's a Char Zaku Custom Peppermint Oil Spray, and Char Zaku Custom Peppermints. For every 4,000 yen you spend, 26 US, you will get one of 4 random P-Fever Gundam Seed Light version bath salts, and per transaction of at least 4,000 yen, you'll also get a GQuuuuuuX card, which features Machu, Nyan, and Chuji visiting the Sapporo Snow Festival. And if you want to snag any of these, the festival itself will be held from February the 4th to February the 11th. And then just yesterday, they announced that from February the 2nd until May the 18th, an official GQuuuuuuX pop-up store will set up camp in Akihabara's Ache, which is the building connected to the station. Although, for those who wish to enter on the first day, between 10 AM and 1 PM, you can only enter the store through a lottery system. Now, to enter the lottery and to enter the store, you don't have to pay anything, but they are doing this to avoid overcrowding the store. After that time slot then, the entry is technically free, but it might still be restricted depending on how busy it is. As for what they'll be selling, more information will be released soon. An even more limited store then is the Gundam 45th Anniversary Collaboration Store with Fragment. The store is in Shibuya and will last from February the 1st until the 24th. But from the 1st to the 11th, you can only enter through, again, a lottery system. And this lottery system was held from January the 24th to the 27th. So it is already over. If you do manage to get in then, there are some really cool things to get. First up, for 8,800 yen, 57 US, there is the Master Grade RX-78 Fragment, which is a slightly different version of the Master Grade version 3.0. The most obvious difference is, of course, the color scheme, which seems very G3 Gundam inspired, but in addition to that, we also have different marking stickers and a different shield. Rather than the standard shield with a cross on it, it now has 2 thunderbolts on it. So clearly, this thing was an electrician in a previous life. For 38,500 yen then, 249 US, there is the Gundam Fixed Figuration Metal Composite RX-78 Fragment Gundam, which is more of a straight up recolor. The gray color scheme is slightly different from the master grade, and it also has different markings. Next up is this Zaku plushie fragment version for 5,500 yen, 36 US. And I think that this thing is a recolor of this particular Zaku plushie. According to Surugaya, it is the Zaku Super Deluxe plushie, and it was released on June 30th, 2005. So quite the old re-release they got here. And finally, for 200 yen, a little over $1, you can spin the Gachapon machine for these Gundam Gachapon Warrior SD Mecha Robo Keshi. Keshi is Japanese for eraser, and that is because these things are actual erasers, or at least they are based on figures that used to be actual erasers. So they do still have holes in them to put them on a pencil. And this particular set is a recolor of a 2018 set. You can get the standard Zaku, Char Zaku, the Zakurello, the gun cannon, and the gun tank in blue, red, or yellow, and the RX-78-2 in blue, red, yellow, black, or white. More items will be unveiled soon, and they also announced that at a later date, they will go up for lottery sale on their own website and also on Premium Bandai, although I am expecting that it's probably only going to be Premium Bandai Japan. With every in-store purchase then, you'll also get 1 of 8 random Cardass cards, and they also promise to have AR content. Although no details about what this AR content is going to be is available at the moment. And then just today, pre-orders began for another expensive and limited figure over at Japanese Premium Bandai. The G-Frame Full Armor Mighty Strike Freedom Option Part Set. For 4,950 yen, 32 US, you are getting an action base, the anti-ship sword, 4 beam sabers with 2 beam saber blade effect parts, a railgun, combined beam rifles, active hip-mounted railguns, an opened head crest, an active beam shield, 2 inactive beam shields, and the Strike Freedom Type 2's backpack with 8 removable dragoons, each of which come with an arm that can be attached to the action base, and wings of light effect parts. At first, I thought that the price was only a little bit expensive because I thought it was going to come with the Strike Freedom, but it turns out that it's not included. So that means that you'll be spending quite a bit of money on option parts for a figure that is slightly smaller than a high grade and has significantly lower quality than a high grade. But it does come with a piece of soda flavored chewing gum. And today, they also announced an interesting new collectible, which will be releasing at some point in late February. The first volume of the Gundam Metal Art Medal Collection. And with a total of 61 medals to collect, trying to get them all can get pretty pricey. One blind bag will cost you 880 yen, 6 US, and there are a total of 61 to collect. 15 bronze ones, 15 silver ones, 15 golden ones, and 16 full color ones, with the 16th full color one being a secret medal. And then if you decide to go for the first run limited edition box set, you will get 20 random medals for 17,600 yen, 114 US, plus a limited edition gold-plated RX-78-2 medal, which you can then store in this Earth Federation binder that goes for 4,950 yen, 32 US, and comes with a medal featuring Bright and a medal featuring the white base. Meanwhile, on the gaming front then, the biggest news was probably the second beta test for G Generation Eternal, the mobile game. I didn't participate myself, but from what I've been able to see, the overall feeling about the game seemed to be very positive. And one of the biggest improvements that it got was the user interface. During the first beta test, it really was just pretty much a straight-up copy of the console versions. But now, it seems to have been more modernized and optimized for mobile devices. Over at UC Engage then, we also got some cool stuff. On the global version, it was just the usual, with a new clan battle event and an extreme limited unit assembly for the UR Judo Ashita and his UR Full Armor Double Zeta Gundam. But on the Japanese version, they got a lot more. First of all, to celebrate the release of GQuuuuuuX, they got an event unit assembly for the UR GQuuuuuuX and UR Machu, as well as a login bonus for the SR GQuuuuuuX and SR Shuji. There is currently no word on when or if we'll be getting these things in the global version, but my guess is that they'll be releasing them shortly after the movie premieres in the US. And the other thing that they got this week was an extreme limited unit assembly for the UR Hamon Khan and UR Kublai Double Zeta Gundam version, alongside a new chapter for the Moon Gundam story, which of course came with some beautiful animation. I'll have the official trailer for it linked down below, but it is region locked to Japan, so to watch it, you will need a VPN service like NordVPN. And if you don't have it yet, you can get it with the link down below or the code kkrt, and doing so will not just get you a sweet discount, but you'll also be supporting the channel. In Gundam Battle Operation 2 for the PlayStation then, the G-Doors has joined the fray, while on Steam the Violent Unit 2 has become available, and in the Arsenal Base arcade game, a new season has been announced. In late February, 4 Squad Season 1 will go live, and the theme song is Event Horizon by Momoiro Clover Z. I'll have the promotional video linked down below, but again, it is region locked to Japan. And as the name indicates, it promises to have more features focusing on your squad, like a special attack using all of the members of your team. And because it's already the 3rd anniversary of the game, they're also releasing a special anniversary set for 8,800 yen, 57 US. It has a tin deck case, a playmat, 10 cart loaders, and 7 special anniversary mobile suit cards, which have new stats and also new artwork. There's the Mighty Strike Freedom, the Gundam X, the Gundam Epion, the Gundam Asray Red Dragon, the Golder Latan, the Destroy Gundam, and the Turn X. So definitely an interesting selection of mobile suits. It's like a combination of protagonists and antagonists, and also a combination of more famous machines and more niche machines. And this set is slated for a July release. As for the things you could get this week then. First up, on the 27th, the 7th lineup of the G-Frame Full Armor series was released. And this 7th lineup does things ever so slightly different from usual. For most of the included figures, it does follow the usual twin set approach, which is one set containing the armor parts and a static frame, and one set containing a movable frame, weapons, and other accessories, meaning that you will need to get both sets to have a complete figure. And this is the case for the Humbrabi, which is transformable, and the Gelgook, which comes with parts to turn it into a commander unit, and the high mobility version. And also, this is an update of the previously released standard G-frame figure, with the big difference now being that it has armor for the back of the upper arms and the thighs, which is of course where the name G-frame Full Armor comes from. To create the Mighty Strike Freedom then, you need 3 sets, because the Proud Defender is its own set. And you can then combine this with the previously announced option part set, which is Premium Bandai Limited. In total, for the 7th G-Frame Full Armor set, this then means that there are 7 sets to collect, with each of them going for 748 yen a piece, 5 US. And on the same day, you could also get the FW Gundam Converge, Seed Freedom, Revive Rising, and Immortal, going for 2,970 yen each, 19 US. And as the name indicates, this is just a slightly different re-release of the FW Converge Rising Freedom Gundam and Immortal Justice Gundam. The big difference being that they now have the Compass logo printed on their left shoulder, so totally a reason to buy them again. And of course, the set also comes with a soda-flavored piece of chewing gum. For this week's reading material then, there was the March issue of Model Graphics featuring the high-grade Lightning Buster Gundam, the high-grade Dual Blitz Gundam, and other Gunpla, the March issue of Hobby Japan featuring a special on Zeta Gundam, which is of course celebrating its 40th anniversary, Volume 16 of Gundam Forward featuring the Real Grade Gundam version 2.0, the March issue of Shonen Sunday Special, in which Gundam Aggressor is being serialized, the Big Comic Superior, in which Gundam Thunderbolt is being serialized, and Gundam Ace, in which a bunch of series are being serialized. The magazine comes with a double-sided B2 poster for Gundam Seed Freedom and Gundam Seed Destiny The Edge Desire, and the cover features Gundam Valpurgis Eve, which is nearing its completion. And what is also nearing its completion is the G Gundam Gaiden novel. The first chapter of the final volume was released for free online, and is of course linked down below, and takes place 12 years after the events of the anime, with two new main characters, Master Jr. and H. Master Jr. is the son of Master Asia and was trained by Sai Sachi, and his main goal right now is tracking down Domo and Kashu to find the Pearl of the East, because that thing is said to contain the secrets of the School of the Undefeated of the East. And just like Domo did with Kyoji, Master Jr. goes around showing people a picture to find his target. H, meanwhile, is a girl talking in a Kansai dialect, and she's lugging around a giant abacus, which she uses as a weapon. She is the acting junior leader of the DG Hunters, and meets Junior when she saves him from an attack by Marcelot Kronos, who is of course the guy who represented Neo Greece during the 13th Gundam fight. So we have some interesting happenings going on. For the merchandise then, Bankore kicked things off on the 24th with pre-orders for a Machu Beanie going for 3,300 yen, 21 US, and a set of 10 1/144 scaled acrylic stands for the main characters from G Gundam. The set goes for 2,750 yen, 18 US, and is of course perfect for displaying alongside your high grades, real grades, and even your old no-grade Gunpla kits. And on the 29th, pre-orders went up for more Gundam Seed Freedom merchandise to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of the movie's release. You can get this special memorial illustration on a tapestry for 3,300 yen, 21 US, a mug for 2,530 yen, 16 US, a pass case for 1,540 yen, 10 US, or a keychain for 880 yen, 6 US. And alongside these, you could also pre-order keychains of the Gundam Seed Destiny, and Gundam Seed Freedom title logo for 1,100 yen each, 7 US. And all of these Bankore items are slated for an April release, except for the Machu Beanie, which is slated for a May release. And Strict G also celebrated GQuuuuuuX this week by releasing these GQuuuuuuX inspired t-shirts in their physical stores on the 25th. They go for 4,730 yen each, 31 US, and the available designs are either Haro's or the key visual. And on the same day, they also released the Haro Winter Collection, featuring even more Haro-themed things. There's a tote bag for 6,600 yen, 43 US, a green or pink handkerchief for 1,210 yen, 8 US, a hoodie for 9,020 yen, 59 US, a long sleeve t-shirt for 5,940 yen, 39 US, and 2 different pins for 990 yen each, 6 US. There's a regular Haro and a bouncing / falling Haro. And this week, it wasn't just Bankore and Strict G. Cospa also announced some upcoming Gundam apparel. For 7,700 yen, 50 US, you can get a hoodie featuring Zeon, Anaheim, the Titans, the New Gundam, the 08th MS Team, Char's Neo Zeon, or Mafty. For 3,630 and 24 US, you can get a mug featuring either, again, Zeon, Char, Anaheim, the Cyclops Team, the 08th MS Team, Char's Neo Zeon, or Mafty. And for 3,300 yen, 21 US, you can get a V2 Assault Buster t-shirt, available in either white or dark blue. And as always, let's quickly wrap things up with the polls. With January 13th being coming of age day in Japan, Gundam.info wanted to know who our favorite 18-year-old Gundam character was. And the results weren't really all that surprising, with Ryu taking home the victory with 51.2%, Loni being second with 25.1%, Royby being third with 14.4%, and Elisa being last with only 9.3%. What was surprising, though, was learning the age of some of these characters, and based on the comments, I wasn't the only one who was kinda surprised to see that both Ryu and Royby were 18. Like, you would at least guess them in their 20s. And I was even more shocked when I looked up Wits. I kinda like him more than Royby, so I wanted to know if the reason that Royby was picked was because of a different age. And while yes, Wits isn't 18, he's only 17, which surprised me even harder than Royby and Ryu being only 18. And what also surprised me was the currently ongoing poll and the available options for that poll. With Valentine's Day looming ever closer, Gundam.info wants to know who we would like to make chocolates with. And based on the options, it seems that they specifically went for G Gundam characters, because we can choose between the Chibity girls, Zuizen and Keiun, Maria Louise and Raymond Bishop, or the previous Shuffle Alliance. And unsurprisingly, the Chibity girls are in quite the demanding lead. Like, I don't think many people are dreaming about, like, making Valentine's Day chocolate with two monks. Although, if you change your perspective, I guess it would be cool making chocolates with the monks for someone you like. So yeah, there's that. Still, I'm surprised that they didn't go with like more major characters from different series. But if you want to cast your vote, I'll of course have the links down below. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.